Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon or good morning. Well, it doesn't matter. So I would stick to how we greet when we are in India. Namaste, irrespective of whatever time zones we are in. Firstly, thank you so much for taking out time to come and be a part of this wonderful journey. And we cannot start anything today before or without thanking someone who who am I talking about? And I'm talking about Dr. Eric Miller. Dr. Eric Miller now needs no introduction. This is his festival, Chennai Storytelling Festival, which has been running for more than a decade. Imagine. I wrote in my Facebook post, and a lot of people jokingly just send me private messages that you were so right. When Bollywood brings in sequels, they're usually a flop. But when Dr. Eric Miller brings sequel right after year on year, imagine running a program for more than a decade. It requires a huge, thunderous round of applause. I know we're in Zoom, so let's give him a big Zoom round of applause for CSF for completing like more than 10 years. In my 46 years of life, if I knock off my 10 primitive years, 30, 35 years of life, have never seen a program running this successfully for more than a decade. So kudos to you, Dr. Eric Miller, and your superb team. I'm sure you have a amazing team that helps you, that works with you, that collaborates with you under your guidance, under your supervision. Now, another vote of thanks before we even begin is the fact that not just the sequel of CSF, but a sequel of this program. We are in the third season of our program. I still remember when 2020 pandemic had hit us. Eric and I were talking somewhere in July or August that what would, he was asking me, what would you want to bring in? This is the first time that I'm going to have online. So bring in something which is more engaging, which is more participating. And that was the year when I was heavily into mindfulness practicing. That Naya Josh, I had just learned it a year ago, and I was really excited. He listened to the whole program. He saw the presentation. He loved it. He said, as long as you can pull it with a lot of engagement, I'm good to go with it. And that's how mindfulness and storytelling as a program kickstarted in the first season of CSF 2021. And believe you me, we had more than 40, 45 people, and everybody seemed to have loved it. Cut to next season, CSF 2022. Eric and I were again, Eric starts planning about CSF right after February. He starts to talk to people, and he spends a lot of time planning and preparing, and he puts his eyes into all the presentations and his speakers. He has to know that, okay, what are you bringing on the table? So he said, do you want to continue doing this? I said, why not? Let's bring a second season. So we brought the second season. And voila, the second season, again, we had like number of participants, but with a slight change. Second season, I had my partner in crime, Simran, about whom I will talk in a minute. Season 2, big hit, and people loved the program. And cut to last year, somewhere same time, July, August, Eric and I, again on the same phone call, except I had moved from Delhi and I was in Portugal, and I said, yes, I would definitely do something online. He said, what this time? I said, why don't we just continue doing that, what we were doing? He said, are you sure? I said, yes. And he said, do you think you'll be able to pull in? I said, leave it on to me. And this time, his trust and his eagerness was very different, that yes, because he knew me that yes, she'll pull along. Simran continued with me this year also, but again, I will talk about it in a moment. And here we are with season 3. And we are very, very eager and excited and hopeful that season 3 will be, if not equal, but more than what we did or what we gave you last year. With this note, let me introduce myself briefly. Most of you know me already. My name is Sonia Bareja and I'm a storyteller. जैसा मैं यहाँ पे कहती हूँ पोर्चुगल में कि मैं कहानियां सुनाती हूँ या मैं कहानीकार हूँ. So that's what I do, both for living, which means professionally, and at home, which means personally. So my family is really sick now listening to my stories, but I continue to tell them stories, which comprises of my husband, my 15-year-old daughter, and a 2-year-old Shih Tzu. So we keep sharing stories with each other. And as you all must be aware by now, that I'm also a mindfulness practitioner for 4.5 years. And that brings me here for this session, Mindfulness in Storytelling. I also run a company by the name Stories and Narratives, and the social handle name of our company is Story NAC. We are a leading business consulting firm. We consult corporates, but everything through storytelling. We teach, or I should say, we try and teach the corporates, the SMEs, the SOHO, and the small and the large size corporates, everything through storytelling. Here in Portugal, we shifted early last year, and in last 11 months, I have been associated with the Embassy of India here in Portugal, and I'm trying to enhance the cultural diversity and bring in the cultural rich heritage of our country in the European market and European segment. With this, thank you so much once again, and I will, before we even begin, I would just ask Simran to say something about herself and how has her journey been with me, with CSF? Yes, Simran.
Yes. Namaste, everyone. So, first and foremost, yes, thank you, Sonia, for choosing me and making me learn more about mindfulness. Thank you so much. And thank you, Eric, for whatever you're doing for all of us. Thank you. Thank you. I don't have more words for you. So, thank you so much for whatever you're doing. God bless you and yours. So, I would just say there is still a lot of learning. Okay. So, okay, I think so. Most of you know me, but still, okay. As an formality, I'll introduce you myself. I'm Simran Nagwani. I'm a professional storyteller as well as a theater artist. I started my journey as a storyteller in 2017 under the initiative World of Storyteller, and my heart and soul lies with theater. So I am with Secret Passages Team Productions, Gitanjali Shetty Call, and I've done more than 80 or 85 shows probably in Mumbai at different places, activity centers, schools, and in theaters. And today I'm with Sonia again. So thank you so much, Sonia, for choosing me and making me learn more about mindfulness. So I'll tell you, there's a still lot to learn about mindfulness. I've just started taking baby steps, you know. So I can only tell you one thing, one incident which happened just yesterday, okay? And then I see the transformation in myself, that what is happening inside me because I'm practicing not on daily basis, but I am practicing mindfulness, okay? So yesterday I was in the local train traveling from one place to another place early morning, okay? It was 8 o'clock. So usually, if I would have been Simran 2 years back, I would have been sitting beside the window and thinking, yeah, Rabi, I have to reach here, and then I have to go back home, and then I have to, I have to do this, I have to do that, full of thoughts. But yesterday, when I boarded the local train and I was sitting near the window and I was just observing other people, and suddenly I saw this lady. So all those who are Mumbaikars or staying in India, they know in train, you get a lot of stuff, earrings, bangles. There are these young ladies who sell their stuff in the trains. So I saw this young girl. She must be in her 20s or 22. And suddenly I noticed that two other ladies are talking to her and they are asking her about her personal life, that how you are in this business and how much you're earning, and are you married. And I found their entire conversation was so soothing, so full of empathy, and I was listening to their conversation. So that's not me. First I used to be full of thoughts, ye karna hai, wo karna hai, ghar jana hai, abhi yahan time pe pahunchna hai, oh my god, I'm late, let me message that person that I'm running late. But yesterday I was enjoying their conversation. I've started observing things. I've started noticing things. Like if I'm walking somewhere, okay, so my focus is usually I have to reach to that destination. I should not be late because it's my commitment. I used to never pause. I used to never notice. Now I notice. I observe. I can observe a beautiful tree without any leaf, but it still looks beautiful. And I tell to my friend also, hey, yaar, so beautiful. She's like, hello, no leaves, no flower. Still, it's look beautiful, yaar. Chal. This is the reaction I'm getting nowadays, but I have started observing. I have started observing, notice, or whatever you can say. So that's the shift I can feel. So I won't say mindfulness is very easy. it's difficult, and to be all the time mindful is also not easy. But I'm learning with Sonia, growing with Sonia. So that's my journey about mindfulness.
Well, thank you so much, Simran, for beautifully giving us this one, bringing us back to this one line definition of what mindfulness is. Well, mindfulness is just about being in now, being in the moment without any judgments. That's the simplest way we can look at mindfulness. And there is a very thin line of difference between mindfulness and meditation. We talked about it in season one. We also touched upon it in season two. Well, I'm not going to talk about this at all this year because this year's workshop and program is completely different. And you will figure it out in the next 50, 60 minutes. But the thin line of difference between these two M's, mindfulness and meditation, where meditation is a very dedicated regime. You need to slot yourself for timing. I will do breathing meditation, I will do soham, I will do tantric, I will do mantra meditation or whatnot. There are thousands of types of meditation in the world. Mindfulness is who you are, how you want to live your life. It's a part of what you are, how you want to live your life. So it's a part of what makes you what you are. And you will figure it out in the next few minutes that yes, it's possible. It's not something that we can't do. And very rightfully, Simran said that it's not easy to be mindful all the time. But if you practice to be mindful in few segments, then it automatically becomes part of your life. And you're always mindful. Sometimes, we always say that, oh, how is that person always smiling? We just started the session with talking about, Veena said that, I have never seen Eric with any frowns. I have never seen anything. I don't know whether Eric is practicing mindfulness or not, but I'm sure he's aware of what he's doing. He's very conscious of how he's living, and he's very, very being, he's always in the moment. When I remember when we did CSF back to back, like hour after hour, you would see him in the entire conference. Now we have split it into weekends. We still see the same Eric. So it becomes a part of your personality unknowingly, not knowingly. Mindfulness is unknowing. And this is what we will witness. But before that, let's just share the brief presentation that we have made for you. Nothing fancy, but just, I hope you can see the presentation. And
yes, Sonia.
Let's have a quick look at what we did in last 2 seasons, just to remind all of us. When Eric shot out his first email stating that mindfulness and storytelling is in its version 3. Have a look at what these friends have to say.
Are you mindful or mindful? And what is this Mindfulness 3.0 all about? And what are Sonia and Simran going to do? Are they going to bring in something new this time? Oh, loads of questions, and I'm excited and very curious. Are you too? Let's wait and see.
In 2021, Sonia came up with Mindfulness 1.0 at CSF, and I learned what is mindfulness about. And in 2022, Sonia and Simran came up with Mindfulness 2.0, and I learned a little more.
Or I should say good morning from where I am, 5.5 hours behind you. But doesn't
I'm really curious, what is it all about? Are you?
I had the opportunity of experiencing Mindfulness 2.0 with Simran and Sonia last year, and I must say it was a very transient, meditative, and soothing experience. got some tips on how I can incorporate mindfulness into my day-to-day life. And I'm so looking forward to Mindfulness 3.0 at the Chennai Storytelling Festival.
What? Mindfulness 3.0? Oh, I'm so curious what they are coming up with this time. I wish them all the best.
Guys, did you hear? Mindfulness 3.0. I'm looking forward, very curious to know what are they going to share. It's always been very insightful.
Oh my God. Why is the presentation breaking in between? Anyhow, thank you so much for everybody for showing up your excitement and showing up how excitedly you are waiting. Before we even go on further, I have a question to ask some of you or each one of you. But before that, the question is to Simran. Tell us, Simran, what are the few activities of the day that you dislike, or I should say, don't like at all, but you still have to do every single day?
Okay. To start with, I sometimes feel, what if I get my bed coffee? I can't say tea because I'm a coffee person. So sometimes I really wish, what if someone comes and says, "Arey, it's okay, just chill, relax, have a cup of coffee, without brushing my teeth, and just have a coffee, and then I get out of my bed." But we have to brush. So I don't say I don't like brushing. Brushing is very important to brush your teeth. But yeah, sometimes I really feel, because sometimes I feel brushing is so boring. So yes, brushing. And cooking. Yeah. So I don't, I'm so no offense with all the people who are very good chefs, cook. So I can't be in kitchen more than 35 minutes, 40 minutes, max 40, 45 minutes. Okay. So I'm not a kitchen person. So I don't dislike cooking, but I don't enjoy cooking. That's what I can say. I can't be in the kitchen all the time. Okay. And then if I would say eating, I'm not a foodie person. If you'll keep 10 things in front of me, so I'll not enjoy my food. Oh, wow. No, I'll just gobble my food. It's done. So I'm that kind of person, like, khaya piya ho gaya, chalo. So yeah, I'm not foodie person. But one thing I'll tell you, Sonia, I love to sleep. Yes, Karuna, Shri. I agree with you. So I love to sleep. I can sleep anytime. Okay. If an hour also I'll get the permission, I'll sleep here. But when I sleep, 10 things are going on in my mind. Oh, did I do this? Did I switch off the gas? Oh, tomorrow. Oh, I forgot my son's timetable. So 10 things are, or maybe 20, 10, 20 things are going on in my mind. So that's what I'll say, but I love to sleep. That's me.
So almost if I were to gather from what you just said, that you're doing brushing, you're doing cooking, you're doing eating, you're sleeping, not so peacefully. You're doing all these chores of the daily routine with your mind full and non-mindful. When I say mindful, which is double L, whereas, what if I tell you that these activities that you just named, eating, cooking, brushing, sleeping, everything can be done being mindful and not necessarily mindful with a double L. Before we even break into a video that we have recorded, I want to ask just quickly one or two of you, what are your activities of the day that you dislike, but you still do? Anybody?
Can I say?
Yeah, anybody, please.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Devina. So after hearing Simran, what I feel about is that there's a lot of thoughts going on, though I don't do it with dislike, but yeah, there are thoughts playing on my mind all the time. So the mind is always full. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not mindful, but it's mindful all the time. So yeah, this is a good realization for me, and I'm looking forward what we are going to hear more.
Realization or reflection se pehle, before we even get into the realization and reflection, let me show this nice Bollywoodish kind of movie that we have recorded. We obviously told Simran because we were getting into her private zone. Don't look at me with this sheepish eyes that, oh, what are we going to show you? It's going to be a very family kind of a video. Nothing fancy. If there were already imaginations already running in your mind, but yes, we got into Simran's private zone while recording this. So I can't say that let's sneak into what Simran is doing, because it was a conscious making of the video. And with this, let me just not talk and just quickly take you to the video. And I hope the presentation doesn't break now. Can you all see?
Yes, we can.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I don't know why this presentation is being cut in between. I have to just give me a moment. I just need to fix this up. Why is this happening?
It's okay, Sonia. बड़े-बड़े शहरों में ऐसा होता है. And now तो यार outside India.
Yeah, we must have, like, we just before this show we just looked at everything and
Less bandwidth. Yeah, maybe. This is also one kind of mindfulness, being patient.
you can see.
No, you have not shared your screen.
No, 1 second. Then I was just trying to fix. Just give me a second. Now can you see?
Yes.
Okay. Start.
Sonia, try to play that video directly instead of from a PowerPoint presentation. That might help.
I think I'll just not put the play screen on. I'll just put it here. 1 second. See, when technology has to do this with you, it will do it no matter how hard you prepared.
Can Simran play the same video? Maybe her bandwidth is better
Let's,
or whatever.
can you all see now? Can you see the small
Yes.
screen?
Yes.
Yeah, keep it like this only.
Let's live with this. And we had seen.
डिनर रोटी ना खाई तबियत पानी क्या और सुमर और दाल चावल ऋषभ पहली बज रही है दरा खोलो हाँ ना तबियत आज वही हम स्टोरी है पापा ही तबियत क्या ऋषभ दरा खोल हाँ हाँ ऋषभ डरना तो बोले हाँ अच्छा ओ अच्छा हाँ ठीक है हाँ
First of all, thank you so much, Simran, for letting us do this with you. And I'm sorry for this technical glitch. Believe me, like I said, before we started the session, we did the entire tech check and everything, but we'll live with it. Now I'm opening to all of you who are here. How many of you would actually resonate with what we just showed you? What we just showed you was a simple truth that whatever we are doing during the day, whatever, be it brushing, sleeping, cooking, eating, basic to basic chore, we are always mindful and never mindful. When I say with stress, mindful, obviously I'm using the syllable of double L, which is so much of chaos, so much of clutter, so much of thoughts. So quickly, if some of you can just share that how many of you could actually resonate with what we just showed you. Yes.
It's me, Rohini.
Yeah.
Every moment, whatever Simran was doing, I could relate it. It was just, it was just freaking me. Hey, it's you there, it's you there, it's you there. So in my whole day, except whenever I'm, writing my journal or whenever I'm writing something else, rest of all the time, I'm mindful, that double L. It's only when I'm writing something, I am with that single L. That's what I can say. Even in sleep.
Thanks, Rohini, for being so honest. Anybody else has the courage to tell us that, yes, I can see, yes, I'm not able to see all the chat, but yes, I know you all are writing. Yes, Shilpa, please.
I felt, oh no, it's not Simran, it's me. You've entered my home.
Same with me. I'm not a coffee person, but I'm a tea person.
Tea lover, yeah.
Whatever Simran said and whatever Simran did, it was totally me, and me.
Look at it. You know,
And
I know. Yeah, somebody else. Yes, please.
No, I
Go
was
ahead.
saying, I was just continuing. And at times, I just feel like Ramu Kaka, काश रामू काका होते मेरी जिंदगी में.
Yes, it's true.
यहाँ रामू काका हैं, बट कब आते हैं कब जाते हैं पता नहीं है. मेरी लाइफ सिमरन को पता है कि कब होता है कब नहीं होता है. तो it's always full.
Thank you so much for being so honest, all of you. And I know you all are also writing it in the chat that yes, it's my life. It's true. You know, we're brushing, we're thinking about what's in the breakfast. What am I going to pack in my husband's tiffin today? What is it that is going to happen and go to my child's tiffin today? And also, when we are cooking and we are usually talking or we are watching the screen. And when we're eating breakfast, we're already thinking about what is it that we're going to cook or what is it the cook is going to cook in the lunch or dinner or next day's meal. We're never in that present meal that we're eating. And last but not the least, even if we switch off the lights, there's something running in our mind like what Simran's video just showed. Alarm, the next day's milk, the next day's bhaji, the Ramu kakas of this world. Every single time our mind is so full and it's never mindful. Now, today's session or program is all about the simplistic ways of inculcating, bringing in the habit of living, being mindful and not mindful. If not all the activities of the day, but few. So depending on how time progresses, we have curated a couple of activities that we do, despite the fact we don't like them, but we do. And we are going to teach you, demonstrate to you, and showcase to you that how can you do these basic chores of the day being mindful and not mindful. With your permission, I'm going to start with mindful eating. If you're wondering that, oh, how can we eat mindfully? How can we be so present when we are thinking about the next meal, when we have so many things? Sonia and Simran really don't know about how busy we are and how our life is. You're going to witness it in next 5 or 10 minutes that yes, it's possible. And like Simran said in the beginning, that if not all, maybe try with one. We eat 3 main meals every day, don't we? We eat 3 mid meals every day. So it all in all, even if we are on a diet program or we are doing something, we eat 6 times for sure, all of us. Some of us like me keep munching every hour. So I'm a big foodie. I keep eating like every hour. But I know there are some of you who are very, very disciplined. So even if you're living disciplined life, you still eat 5 to 6 times a day. So choose one time of the day where you'll be mindful while you're eating. Before we begin and before I give you, along with Simran, we give you a guided practice for eating, being mindful. Why don't you just quickly go to your kitchen, to your refrigerator and grab maybe a piece of raisin if you have an access to raisin. If the raisin is not available, Get any piece of food that you have. A fruit piece, banana, apple, chiku, mango, kiwi, anything, a berry. But yes, if it's dried, I mean, you'll not make your table messy. Anything would do, just anything. And then we'll start with, yes, Rohini is showing us that she has full box ready with her. That's absolutely good. We just need one. So take out one. Moira, just take out any piece that you have. We'll take like 20-30 seconds. This guided practice is going to take at least 5 minutes for you to see, watch. Simran, you'll have to have your audios in good conditions, because you'll have to listen to the guided lines that I'll be speaking for each one of you. And there'll be a soft music. You want to keep your eyes, yes, Shri, an orange is absolutely great. Any piece of fruit, food, yes, anything is good, except for if you can avoid liquid. I do intermittent fasting. Manjari, if you're on the intermittent fasting, then liquid, I suggest have maybe one cashew, raisin, or I know, just a little break from the intermittent today in the name of learning mindfulness.
I just had my tea. I can have some more tea if that is possible.
Okay. Pure tea is anyway a very meditative drink. We do tea meditations all around the world. So if everybody has it, what I'm going to do is I will switch off my video, because then you will just keep seeing me in the thumbnail, and I'm going to just go to the presentation. And if you want, you can look at Simran. If you think you're good yourself, then you just close your eyes and just
Sonia,
a second.
Stop sharing. Just use computer sound.
Can you see the sharing screen?
Yes.
No, I'll have to share, because then the music will not be visible, audible, Simran.
Okay, no problem.
No problem. Just take a few moments to breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, with the food that you have in your hand, just begin to explore the food, all your senses. Focus on it as you have never seen anything like this before. Scan it. Explore every part of it. Turn it around with your fingers. Notice what color it is. Notice the folds. Look at the textures. The surface reflects light, or does it become darker? Is it soft, or is it hard? Is it coarse, or is it smooth? While doing this, if you're feeling, why am I doing this weird exercise? How is Sonia going to help me? I don't like this.
Let it be. Let the thoughts come. Let the thoughts go. Bring your awareness back to the object. Bring your food just beneath your nose and carefully smell. Breathe in and slowly take this object into your mouth, noticing how your arm exactly knew where to go. Even your eyes were closed. Gently place the object, the raisin, the orange, the banana, sip of tea in your mouth. As soon as it touches your tongue, explore the sensation happening in your mouth. A tingling sensation. If it's a hard object, if it's raisin, banana, orange, bite it, chew it. If it's tea, just let the tea be in your mouth. Notice how automatically the food enjoys being there in your oral cavity. And it starts to release its taste. Be aware of the saliva. Whenever you're ready, just swallow. Take the sip. Swallow the fruit. Take the raisin. Consciously notice the intention. Be aware of the sensation of swallowing. Sensing it down to your throat, through your food pipe, in its way to the stomach. Be aware of your thoughts, actions, and intention. Stay with your thoughts. Be aware of what you just did. Be with the fragrance, the flavor, the texture. And whenever you want, whenever you're comfortable, gently open your eyes.
You almost took us into a trance.
I could see all of you, and some of you have your cameras off. I would still request if you can keep your cameras on. Let's hear from, if not all, some of you. What has been your experience? How has been your experience with respect to what you just did? Did you do it for the first time? If yes, or let's hear from Simran first, and then maybe we can hear from our participants. Simran.
So when Sonia told me about mindful eating, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to do that? You know, like every bite, okay? But she said, try at least once. So I kept this exercise for weekends. And trust me, this exercise works like magic when you're having junk food. And if you want to lose your weight, you know, so especially on weekends, I started practicing. So when I used to chew my food, I used to feel like, oh, I'm feeling every bite, every morsel. So I used to feel like, oh, my tummy is full. because I used to literally sense food is going inside, and I used to relish that particular bite, one morsel of food. And slowly and gradually, I used to feel like, oh, it's enough. I could listen to myself, my mind, my body talking to me, it's enough. Your tummy is full. Because, sometimes our tummy is full, but the food tastes so good that we keep on munching and eating and eating and eating. And then I was like, yes, I'm listening to my body. And trust me when I say about this junk food, which looks very tempting, but once you start mindfully eating, even after eating one pani puri, half a bite of vada pav, you can stop. So now when I was having this raisin, so one raisin, so I have many, but one raisin is enough for me right now because the taste is still here with me. That's what is my experience.
Thank you so much, Simran. Let's hear from some of us.
May I, Rohini?
Yeah, Rohini, go ahead.
Yeah, it was the first time that I could taste something, the one which I eat every day. I could see the difference. This is the first time I experienced, because raisin is my favorite, but I did not know the taste of it today till today. Because it is the moment I have put it in my mouth, I could see my saliva glands were dancing or gushed into the mouth, and my teeth, they were ready. They were desperate to chew it, to have it. And the taste, it stayed with me for so long, and I could feel as it was going down my esophagus. This is the first time experience for me. It was really lovely, I can say. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you, Rohini. I can see the happiness on your face. And like Shri said, that you took us into a stance. That was also very interesting. And Veena is writing something on the chat. Veena, do you want to share it, or do you want to read your first time the mouth was salivating to eat it hurriedly? Yes, that happens. Yeah, that's why I said that, yes, the thoughts would come. Yes, go ahead, Veena. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that when you said no, you have to see the texture and the taste. I do follow it sometimes, but it's at times yes and at times no. Just come on, just eat. So when you are mindful, then actually just one raisin or even half raisin. I don't have a raisin, but I have some junk food here because it's my tea time, and I just want tea. But I've told myself it's okay. You can live without tea. It's all right.
Yes.
For another 1
Great.
hour, it's okay.
No,
Yep.
thanks. But like I said, it could be with any food. But worldwide, we do, and if we don't do, but I'm sure all of us must have heard about it. There is a concept called food meditation. And we do that food meditation classes here, which is nothing but basically training people to be closer to the mother earth, to be closer to the ground when we are eating, to be closer to all the natural habits, eat with hand, sit on the floor or mat, be closer to the mother earth, be aware of where the food came from, the food that is in your plate. You're eating rice. Just take your thoughts back to where the rice came from. Where do you think this junk piece that you're eating came from? This consciousness and awareness will make you more choosy about what you're eating and how much are you eating. Is there anyone else who want to share, and then we can move on? Yes, Shri, go ahead. Yeah.
So I always love to smell the orange and then open it, and then I eat fast. Today the orange was already peeled and I just had taken that, but always I smell the whole fruit of orange because I like the fragrance. But this, after opening it, was like eat it fast. But today, that small thing, I was feeling the texture and that light, and see the light on this one, seeing the shining, the translucent skin was shining, and then feeling the texture of the inside juicy pulp, like pulpy orange. I don't like pulp in the pulpy orange drink, but today I was loving the pulp of the orange, and it felt much more tastier. And even before I was ready to pop in the mouth, I could feel the taste inside, inside my mind, or because of all that sight and smell and all that, I could feel it. And it's just like as soon as it went inside it, these all senses enhanced the taste so much. Although the orange was not one of the most sweet oranges I ate, It was bland, but still, I enjoyed it to the core. That is my experience.
Thank you so much, Sri, for being very honest. Yes, it happens with fruits which are pulpy, and it happens with the tea if you're sipping, because the liquid doesn't stay for long in your mouth. But then when you start doing it, it makes you more mindful of how you're sipping the tea, how you're taking in the juice of the pulpy fruits like orange. So thank you, and thanks Moira for sharing your experience. That yes, you eat impatiently, don't we? And that is the purpose of today's program, to learn and then to decide that, yes, this is what I'm going to take back. So thank you so much for being with us. And now we are going to showcase you a pre-recorded guided video, which is about I must say, a very mundane activity, but a very, very crucial activity that we at least do 2 times a day, if not more. Well, yes, some of you must have guessed it. I'm talking about brushing. Now, brushing is mundane because, what do you do with brushing? I mean, it's a mundane activity. You have to feel clean. You have to, do it every single time you get up and every single time when you go back to bed. However, the dentists say that, do a quick brush after every meal. But believe you me, I have not met many human beings who practice this. But yes, a lot of us do at least morning and bedtime ritual. But like we showcased through the video, that none of us practically are mindful. So imagine in the next few minutes, we'll see that yes, it is possible to be mindful while brushing. For that, you don't have to do anything. You just can be wherever you are sitting. All you have to do is just look at this wonderful video that we shot with Simran. And it's a pre-recorded guided video, like I said. So can you all see? Set a timer for 5 minutes just before you prepare to brush your teeth mindfully. Ground your feet on the floor and notice how it feels to be standing after a night of sleeping long day. What does the floor feel like under your feet? Cold or warm? Just notice. Notice the experience of extending your arm towards your brush. Which hand do you naturally use to grab it? How does it feel in your hand? Light or heavy? Keep looking at the brush as you hold it. What color is it? Is it clean, or is there dry toothpaste from the previous day? What do the bristles look like? Just notice, no judgment. Now bring your attention to your mouth, teeth, and tongue. What do they feel like before brushing? Turn on the water to wet your toothbrush. Take the tube of toothpaste and squeeze a little toothpaste onto the bristles. Replace the cap, put the tube down gently. What does the toothpaste look like? What color is it? What does it smell like? Notice if your toothbrush feels heavier now. Notice as you extend your arm towards your mouth to begin brushing. Brush outside, brush inside, brush the upper side and the downside. If any time during this your mind is wandering, let it. Just bring your attention back without judging your thoughts. Brush your tongue with the same mindful awareness as you gave to your teeth. Feel the texture. Be aware of the sound.
Be aware of the taste. Be aware of the smell. Be aware of the texture. When you're done, turn on the tap, run the water. Extend your arm away from your mouth and rinse your brush, followed by rinsing your mouth. Maintain your awareness as you return your toothbrush to its holder. Notice how you feel. No judgment, no expectation. Just observe how your entire mouth feels from your teeth to your lips to your tongue. Does it feel fresh, clean, savor? Take your awareness back to your feet as they are grounded on the floor. Take a long inhale at this moment and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Congratulate yourself because you were able to focus on brushing your teeth with mindful awareness. Just awareness, no judgment. This is your first step towards being mindful. Thank you.
Thank you, Simran, for letting us do this with you. If you could just share your experience, because I know it was not easy and it took us a lot of time. And now, how has life been? So just share your experience.
Yeah, so when Sonia told me that, Simran, after following mindful eating, you're going to do homework exercise on mindful brushing, I was like, so boring for me to brush. And now she's asking me to brush for 5 minutes. And I was like a good student. I nodded my head. I said, okay, I'm going to practice. But it was very difficult for me next day to observe the bristles or paste. And I use Patanjali toothpaste. So the smell of Patanjali was also like, I messaged her, I can't do this. So she said, just try. Don't be judgmental. Don't be harsh. Keep doing it. So I started with doing only on Sundays. Okay, so I used to get up 5-10 minutes early. And then slowly and gradually, like, I don't follow the entire steps, to be very honest. But the moment I enter my washroom, automatically when I take my brush, this thing comes in my mind. Oh, you have to be slow. You have to be mindful. So I'll be very honest, I don't smell daily, but the bristles, I feel them. And especially when I splash water on my face. So every drop, I feel every drop. And it's like I feel freshness, the early morning freshness, not just from outside, but also from inside. Trust me, just try once. Make it a point only to do on Sundays. But you feel as if you're brushing for the first time, or maybe you're washing your face for the first time. You feel fresh from inside, calm from inside. Every drop you can feel on your face. So that was my experience. So now it automatically happens when I go to my washroom to brush my teeth, which is not, Sonia, now it is not that boring.
Share that with me that, for last 3 months, I've been now doing it. So it's become like a part. And now I don't get the knocks on the bathroom door that used to happen. That has Simran fainted, or have you slept for 2 more minutes in the bathroom? Now the kids and the husband, the bigger kid, doesn't really knock on the door. So that's an achievement. But thank you so much, Simran. And she also said very important thing, that it's not about how you're following the guided practice to the T, but it's also about being aware. It's also about being in the moment. Bring back your awareness every time. All the dentists around the world say that brush for 5 minutes. And we wonder that how can we brush for 5 minutes? It's an activity that takes 30 seconds, max to max 60 seconds. And if you're very, very disciplined, we may spend like 80, 90 seconds, but not more than that. You just saw Simran spending exact 5 minutes brushing, which included so many stages, so many steps. There is a beginning. And all we are saying and showcasing today, let's begin. And I know Ranjita has raised her hand, so go ahead, Ranjita.
So sorry, Sonia, I can't on my video. I want to ask one question here, that is it possible in day-to-day practical life that to brush our teeth for the 5 minutes? जैसे कहा जाता है कि you for every me time you have to spend 1 hour before you get up 1 hour before from where your daily chores get started. So उस 1 घंटे में मेरा 5 मिनट तो ब्रश नहीं ले लिया.
See, I would say an ideal response to your question would be yes. That yes, if you want to do brush 3 times in a day, 4 times in a day, then every time you do this. But my dear, my most practical response to your question will be start with the first brush like that, which would be either your morning brush or it would be your bedtime brush. But start. And then you yourself will see that, after all, what Sonia and Simran was saying is not that difficult. Yes, they were right. That yes, it's possible. And then you will not feel 5 minutes out of 60 minutes as a burden. That, oh my God, 5 minutes I wasted. It's not going to be a waste. Believe you me, you will feel so happy. And why we are choosing these basic chores is to showcase that once you become mindful in these chores, it will become a part of you. That's what I said in the beginning, that mindfulness is not a regime. So
yes, yes, I can relate. Yes, Sonia, yes. I can relate to it. Yes. Agar maine brush mindfully kar liya, then I can do anything mindfully. Yes. This is what I can relate here. If I can नींद से उठ के, नींद जो कि बहुत प्यारी है, उससे उठ करके ब्रश करके भागना एंड ब्रश वो माइंडफुली करना, I think अगर वो mindfully हो गया, तो I can do each and every chore mindful. Let's see.
Do that. And as a practitioner myself, I would suggest strongly start with your morning brush. I'll tell you why. Because you set the tone of the day like that. When you get up, if you're not calm when you're spending time in the washroom brushing out, then it will not really take you to 1 second. Yeah, so it will not, sorry. So it will not set the tone of your day well. Here, what we are learning after all, we are learning how do we become more mindful in our everyday practice, in our daily routine, in our daily chores. So if you're getting up and the first thing that you do is your brush, imagine, like Ranjita also said, that if you could do brush mindfully, then you set the tone of the day that yes, you're aware, you're conscious, you're aware of the thoughts that yes, you're in the moment, you're in the now, you're in the present. And with this, I'm now going to take you along with Simran to the most interesting segment of today's program, is the activity that we all love, a chore that we all simply love, but most of us suffer to have this chore or to have this activity in peace. Some of you have guessed it. I'm talking about sleep. I'm talking about sleeping. Yes, Poonam, thank you so much for enacting it for us. Sleep, we all love, don't we? But we all suffer with the fact that kash ek achhi pyari neend aa jati, wish we had one good night's sleep. And I'm sure we all know that when we have good sleep, we are so charged up, we are so active, we are so rejuvenated. That is the purpose of sleep, that you bring in the whole of your body, the whole of your soul, the whole of your mind to rest, to relax. But because we are so mindful with a double L, even the sleep doesn't do justice to our rest or relaxation. In the next few minutes, we will be training you, showcasing you, and giving you a guided practice of what we call as Yoga Nidra. Now, Yoga Nidra is a thousands and thousands of years old practice from the Ayurveda. Even the monks practice it, and they gave various versions of it. Ideally, a Yoga Nidra should be practiced for 45 minutes. There is a version where we practice for 23 minutes, but keeping the sanctity of time, we will be giving you a Yoga Nidra practice for 9.5 or 10 minutes. So for next 10 minutes, what I would request is make yourself comfortable. I know most of you are on the chairs. So if you want to take 20 seconds or 30 seconds to bring a yoga mat or a sheet, or you want to shift yourself to a couch, any sofa, any bed, but for next 10 minutes, be with me, which means that don't think of anything else. Tell your people around you that they don't call your name, or even if there is an emergency like a doorbell or anything, ignore that. For next 10 minutes, just be here with me. All you need to do is keep your ears and senses open. Just listen to the guided lines that I'll be saying, and you will be with me, and we will hear about your reflections, hear about your thoughts and experience right after that. But like I said, it is going to take exactly 9 minutes and 75 seconds, or 9 minutes and 55 seconds, which is 10 minutes. So be with me for next 10 minutes. Let's begin our Yoga Nidra, or mindful sleeping, to rest and recharge ourselves. Like I said, lie down in your most comfortable position. Take whatever props you need, a cushion, sheet, a pillow. Just make yourself cozy and comfortable. Take a deep inhale inside and exhale long. One more time, inhale and exhale. With every exhale, allow all tension to drain out of your body. The jaw, the shoulders, your whole body just melting over the surface beneath you. Bring back your awareness. Bring it to your heart and start your practice.
Say inside your heart, I'm vibrant. I am full of energy. Bring your awareness to the top of your head, allowing a wave of relaxation to flow down to your body. Bring all your awareness to the top of your scalp, moving down to the forehead, the eyes, the cheek, your tongue, your lips, your jaw, your whole face, resting. Bring your awareness down the neck, to the shoulders, the upper arms, elbows, forearms, your palms of the hands, bringing it all the way down to your fingers and the fingertips. Feeling your arms and hands resting deeply. Your heart rate is feeling down to the belly. Your sacrum to the hips. Feel the wave of relaxation flowing through the thigh, your knees, your lower legs, and now the ankles, making it to the sole of your feet, all the way to the tips of your toes. Feel the breath from the crown of your head to the tip of your toes. Your whole body resting deeply. Notice the flow, the natural flow of your breath, flowing in and out. As you inhale, imagine freeing yourself up with pure, radiant energy. Inhale, inhale energy recharge. Exhale, exhale, releasing toxins. Continue to inhale energy and exhale toxins. Let it go. Drop back into your heart. Be aware of the space and say loudly, I am vibrant. I am full of energy. Feel it as you say it. Simmer here. Notice any shifts, any benefits. Notice and bring back the awareness. How do you feel against when you felt, how you felt in the beginning. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. One more time. Take a deep, long inhale. And exhale. Bring back your awareness. Slowly bring back your awareness and your thoughts. Gently start to move your toes. Move your fingers. And whenever you want, move yourself. And gently bring back the awareness. And whenever you want, just open your eyes. There is no hurry to get up. Be in the position. Just be aware. Bring back the awareness. Whenever you want, whenever you are comfortable, open your eyes. Firstly, thank you so much. It's not easy to practice Yog Nidra. It doesn't come easy. I've been practicing it for many years, so it takes time. Simran has been doing it with me for quite some time. So I'll first go to Simran to share her experience, and then I would definitely want some of you, if not all, to share what you went through. Simran.
Sonia, first and foremost, thank you so much. It's a perfect time for me because you know how is my day today. So yes, this is one of the best exercise that I love. Because whenever I'm tired and I want to sleep, but there are 100 things or maybe 10 things going on in my mind, this is a time when I just listen to this music and I really, it helps me to calm down. So in the starting, it was not easy because I was distracted. I used to never listen. I used to never focus on the music, and many thoughts used to come and go, come and go, come and go. I was not able to focus on the music also. But slowly and gradually, I started enjoying the music so much and the guided meditation that now I go and sleep within minutes. And next day morning, I'm absolutely fresh. That's how it helps me. Thank you so much, ma'am. I needed this.
Thank you. Thank you, Simran. Anybody else? What you felt, what you went through? Yes, Veena.
Almost dozed off, feeling very calm and soothing. It's going to last for some time. I don't need my cup of tea right now. I'm not prepared. And the breathing has slowed down.
Mm-hmm. I can see that piece on your face already, Veena, but thank you for being so honest. And I can totally relate to what you just felt. Thanks. Anybody else?
May I?
Yeah, so we'll go Shri, Shilpa, and Rohini. Go ahead, Shri.
Yeah, within this short time of 9 minutes, is having the effect of a 9 hour sleep for Sonia. Truly, uh, that is the one liner I can say for this. That is the power of Yoga Nidra. Yeah.
Thank you. But that's true. That's absolutely true that sometimes 9 minutes is what we need. And thank you for putting it in just one line, Shri. Yes, Shilpa.
I think I almost dozed off, but consciously somewhere it was there at the back of my mind. Oh, don't go off to sleep. And then when I got up, when I opened my eyes, I realized I had such a hectic day today and that I needed this break. It was a much needed sleep or a break or lying down. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Shilpa, for being so honest. Yes, Rohini.
Yeah, to me, what I felt was sleep is actually some kind of internal mechanism. So when we are not able to do that, voluntarily it doesn't happen. Involuntarily, there should be some external, thing that makes it happen. And that voice and the music was that guiding factor that invoked. It went into a state of rest without any effort in the first place. And when it has come to the end, I was able to hear your voice. But when you were telling us to, come back to your bodily consciousness or something like that, I was feeling it is somewhere very far off. Just slightly hearing your voice, it was not active in a passive mode. So it took me some time to come back. So it was a beautiful experience, I could say.
Thank you. Thank you, Rohini. Thank you so much for this amazing experience that you have shared with your reflection. I haven't heard from you, Poonam.
Thank you, Sonia. See, I don't even have a voice right now because I actually was resting well. I went down on the carpet and I was lying down there. And this is a very nice time to take a break. I follow Yoga Nidra, so it was easier for me. But I can assure everybody that if they start doing it, and you can ask Sonia to give the guided one, or else there are many on the
Yes.
internet. And
Yes.
but yes, practicing it makes a lot of difference. It's something like that power yoga or is a power nap. 10 minutes and you're fresh for the day. You may be tired, but your reflexes, everything. So comes back in a moment. So thank you so much. And eating also, I did not speak then. I have been trying to practice eating also. It happens sometimes, it doesn't. The idea is to be aware and be conscious. I think that is the key to all these things. So thank you. And I also
Yes.
believe in mindfulness when it comes to, understanding people. Not only
Yeah.
this, you have to be mindful about that. So next time, probably Sonia, you will come with that.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
version 4.
So you already told us to bring the season 4, so I'm already excited. But thank you,
Yeah, it will
Poonam.
be fun. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. I know we are very glad to finish on dot, but we will not leave without having a quick vote of thanks for Dr. Eric once again, and each and every participant who could be here. Thank you so much. Simran and I could not have been able to do this without you being here. So once again, thank you so much. And thank you so much, Eric, for giving us this sacred space. Like I always say, that it's a place where there's no judgment, where there's just so much of love and happiness. So thank you for being with us once again. Have a wonderful day. Yeah. Over to you, Eric.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That was wonderful.